This year is the Pulitzer Prize winning play Picnic, which was recently had a revival on Broadway. And this classic will be directed by none other than Scott Ford.
So you know how, if you've been coming here for a little while, you know the last couple of years, Lyric has taken on some of these really important classical American pieces of theater with heft. A few seasons ago, it was Cat on a Hot Tin Roof, and more recently, this past season was a wonderful production of Death of a Salesman, directed skillfully by Bob New. And this upcoming season, Picnic, is the show that is cut from that cloth. As Laura mentioned, this is a Pulitzer Prize winning play from the 1950s written by William Inge, and I don't want to talk too much about what the plot is, but I'll tell you what the premise of the play is and some of the themes of the play. It focuses on a woman named Flo Owens, who has been raising on her own two daughters who have reached young adulthood. And the oldest of these two daughters, Madge, is engaged to be married to Alan Seymour, who is a smart, rich college kid who belongs to a very successful family in their town. And Madge is a stunning beauty. And she worries that people see her only as a pretty face. And Madge's little sister, Millie, is a very clever, creative, artistic young woman who worries that no one sees her as a pretty face. So they are each jealous of the other. And into their world comes this hired man by the name of Hal Carter, who's hired by their next-door neighbor. And Hal Carter is this swaggering, confident, good-looking, smooth-talking man whose past is sort of ill-defined. And the presence of Hal Carter stirs up this family, and it stirs up the neighborhood that this family lives in. One of the interesting things about this play is the entire play takes place outdoors in the yard that is shared by the Owens family and their next door neighbor. And it takes place on Labor Day evening. It's a sultry summer evening, and there is mutual attraction in the air. So before long, inhibitions are shed, and clothing is shed, and passions are ignited, and most importantly, for dramatic purposes, characters are transformed. There's an interesting story about the original production of this play. Paul Newman maybe not the best actor insight that particular director ever had, but he eventually realized the error of his ways, and he recast the play and moved Paul Newman into that role, which he played to critical acclaim. And this is a show that's had a lot of remountings and revisions over the years. It was a few years after it came out, it was an Academy Award-winning movie. In the 90s, there was a musical written based on Picnic. 5 years ago, there was an opera written that is based on Picnic. And as Laura mentioned, it very recently ran again on Broadway. When a play has that kind of staying power, it says something that audiences want to hear. And that is really true with this play. I think that one of the great things about this play is, as easy as it would be with that premise, it never falls into cliché. These characters are interesting and complex, and they agonize, and they make surprising decisions, and they struggle with, I think there's a universal truth in this that speaks to what every young adult goes through as they are forging their identities, as they're figuring out who they want to be and how they want other people to see them. It really has the ring of truth that way. And it's about a lot of different things. It's about beauty. It is about the incredible power of and the transitory nature of physical beauty. And it's about sisterhood and family and duty and gender roles. And it's about love and lust and passion and whiskey and sweat and dancing and the back seat of automobiles. I think you get the picture. So, in the dead of January, come spend a steamy summer night with us and Picnic by William Inge.